Once in a small village nestled between green hills and winding rivers, there lived a boy named Arjun. Arjun was known throughout the village, not for his talents or hard work, but for his laziness. While the other children woke up with the sunrise to help their families in the fields or study their lessons, Arjun would still be curled up in bed, lost in dreams. His days passed in idleness, watching the clouds drift by or the birds flutter in the trees, always promising himself that he would do something meaningful tomorrow. Arjun's parents worried about his future. They tried everything to encourage him: stories of great kings and inventors, gentle coaxing, even strict warnings. But nothing seemed to stir him from his lethargy. "There's always time," Arjun would say with a careless smile. "What's the hurry?" One day, an old wise man visited the village. He noticed Arjun lying under a tree, gazing at the sky. The old man approached and sat beside him. "You seem to have found peace in stillness," the man said, his eyes twinkling. Arjun shrugged. "There's nothing urgent. I have my whole life ahead of me." The wise man nodded. "Would you like to hear a story about the power of time?" Intrigued, Arjun agreed. "In a distant kingdom," began the old man, "there was a young prince much like you, full of dreams but lacking action. He believed that time was an endless river, always flowing, always available. He delayed his studies, his training, and his responsibilities, thinking he could catch up whenever he wished. One day, a great calamity struck the kingdom. The prince was called upon to lead, but he was unprepared. He realized too late that the moments wasted could never be regained. The kingdom suffered, and the prince was left with regret. Arjun listened, but he smiled and replied, "That's just a story. I'm not a prince, and nothing urgent will happen here." The wise man looked at him kindly. "Time does not wait, whether for a prince or a farmer's son. Every moment you let slip by is gone forever. Seeds not sown in spring cannot be harvested in autumn. The power of time lies in its silent march. It gives, but it also takes away." Arjun laughed politely, but the words lingered in his mind. That night, he lay awake, thinking. He remembered his friends working hard, the proud smiles on their parents' faces, the sense of accomplishment they felt. He wondered what it would be like to feel that pride, to have purpose. The next morning, for the first time, Arjun woke before the sun. He helped his father in the fields, feeling the earth in his hands, the sweat on his brow. It was hard, much harder than he had imagined. But with each passing day, he grew stronger. He started studying, asking questions, and learning new skills. The villagers were surprised by the change. His parents' eyes glistened with pride. Seasons changed, and so did Arjun. He became known not as the lazy boy, but as someone reliable and wise. When drought threatened the village, it was Arjun who organized the community, using what he had learned to build irrigation channels. The fields flourished, and so did the village. Years later, Arjun would often sit under the same tree, not in idleness, but in reflection. He understood now what the wise man meant. Time is a silent teacher, a patient friend, but also a strict master. Those who respect time and use it wisely find purpose and fulfillment. Those who waste it find only regret. Arjun's story became an inspiration for generations, a reminder that the power of time can transform even the laziest boy into a leader, if only we choose to act before it slips away.